This is the story of an almost forgotten legend and of an ambitious experiment to start a revival 75 years after the ingenious design engineer Lazar Schargorodsky and the aerodynamics specialist Reinhard Baron von König-Faxenfeld created a technically and visually outstanding milestone in the history of automobiles. In February 1939, this streamlined Hanomag Diesel, built in Hanover, got off to an excellent start on the Autobahn near Dessau and achieved 4 world records because of its outstanding aerodynamic design and its modified 1.9-liter diesel engine. Hanomag sports director Karl Heberle drove along with a top speed of 165 kilometers. When Allied air combat forces shortly thereafter turned the city of Hannover into a field of rubble, the pioneer unique Hanomag was destroyed. Horst-Dieter Görg, speaker of the Working Group for Technical and Industrial History, ACTIC. He had been informed about the documents and photos resting in some forgotten archives. 70 years after the world record ride, he and a couple of friends from the ACTIC had the idea to be reminiscent of this event and set out to reconstruct the car. ACTIC could rely on the recent experience of reconstructing the Carl Jato flying machine from 1903. The craftsmen of the Hanomag interest group could hardly await to get to work in this old-timer garage in the Lower Saxon village of Störi. It's been a long road until these pictures could be taken during the Designers' Night of the International Automobile Show 2013 in Frankfurt. This road began a few years earlier. Newspaper cuttings, photos and construction plans from 1938 had been discovered. The chassis, brakes and 1.9-liter standard diesel engine could be acquired with the help of sponsors. After thorough reconstruction, the craftsman team Krud in Störi got the engine to a smoking test run. At that time, a wooden model was used as an eye-catcher during fairs and exhibitions to win further sponsors for the project. Among them, since the beginning of 2012, is Technikon Design, who set out to create a detailed 3-dimension presentation of the Hanomag Streamliner. By using the digital-centric fluid design process, Technikon came up with a virtual reconstruction outline and with data for a photorealistic visualization of the record car and a 1:3 scale high-quality shaping model. With this information, the RTC company in Mettmann produced lights, a radiator grille, door handles, wheels and hubcaps. The result was an authentic copy of the Hanomag Record Diesel car. On the basis of the Hanomag cars from that time, the interior was given an attractive virtual outfit. "98 meters of construction tubes, a present from Bernhard Krone Engineering Works in Spelle, had been used by the panel beaters Uli and Finn Weinberg in Zetel in the county of Friesland to build up the body with the help of the original blueprints. At that time, the original chassis and the original D19 diesel engine had been reworked and connected with each other. The filigree tubular frame is a lightweight at only 48 kilos, which now has to be covered with an aluminum coat. This, however, needs further financial input. Since the first donation by Niedersachsen Metall, companies like the Gear Wheel Company ZF Friedrichshafen, the Bernhard Krone Engineering Works, the Liebherr Engineering Company and the HDI Insurance Company have come up with financial or material assistance. Nevertheless, To get the Hanomag record car into pole position again, further financial help is needed. Störi in southern Lower Saxony. Preparations are taken for the first trial run of the reconstructed Record Diesel car on September 29, 2013, exactly 100 years after the death of Rudolf Diesel, the man who started it all. The impressive shape of the car is due, apart from the aforementioned sponsors, to various voluntary craftsmen and other benefactors, including the Virtual Shape Research Company, Hewlett-Packard, the service provider for three-dimensional measuring Trimetric, the Weiss Holding Company, and the car body and paintwork center Meyer. Right now, the Hanomag record car is an excessive fine weather car. It only needs an aluminum coat for this extraordinary reconstruction to become again a fine piece of German automobile history. This is the last remaining task, 75 years after the record rides on the Autobahn near Dessau.